What is up, guys and gals and guys? Space Unicorn here bringing you some hot frag action. Today, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over my 5 favorite slang cards in Frag Pro Shooter. But we're also going to be talking about what makes a great slang card and what card might be best for you in-game. But before we do that, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to go follow all of my social medias, the Facebooks, the Discords, the Instagrams, and the TikToks of the world, so you get updated on the most recent content. Hope you guys are ready. Let's buckle up and let's get into that first match. Alrighty, guys, so whenever you say Slayer card, by the way, this was a idea recommended by AC in the last video, and if you want to see one of your ideas for a video made into a video, please make sure to leave it in the comments down below. Now, what are my 5 favorite slaying cards right now in Frag Pro Shooter? Well, slaying card's an interesting role because it's not really a set role in Frag. Any character class can be a slaying card, and in this particular one, I love to have cards that play defense be slayers, i.e. Queen Unicorn. If you don't understand what I mean by that, you need to watch some old videos. But anyways, so my favorite cards go like this. I love Duality, Queen Unicorn, Darius, Lollipop, and Dr. Crow. Now, why do I like these cards? It's very simple. I think they're a good balance of speed, good balance of damage, and in Duality's case, maybe the best card in the game. I have a video explaining why. Go check it out. I'll leave a link to it at the top right. And Dr. Crow, just for the survivability and pesky factor, Darius can 1v1 any card he chooses. It's just kind of one of those situations where these cards play very, very well. And honestly, even in all these cards in the same lineup, they play pretty well together. But what makes him such a great Slayer card? Well, like I said earlier, kind of briefly, it's the combination of movement and damage. They both have very high damage outputs. Well, they all have very high damage outputs, and they all have a relatively low skill ceiling, with the exception of Duality. What I mean by that is this. All these cards can be played by anybody without really trying too hard. Like I said, the only exception being Duality. And like I said, Duality is my top Slayer because honestly, I think she might be the best card in the game still. It's just something you kind of got to keep in the back of your mind if you really want to go into a match. So you're looking for a balance of your play style, well, in this case, my play style, and how I fight. I like Dr. Crow because I can be very pesky, I survive forever, and I can pick and choose the fights that I want to be on top of that with limitless range when manual fired. Lollipop, much the same. She is a very low skill character. She has tracking on her primary fire and a vertical mobility that is unmatched currently in the game, making her very hard to 1v1. Darius is a tanky splash damage character as well, who just has the ability to do whatever he wants to whomever he wants because he takes so many shots to kill compared to other people. Now, Queen Unicorn is probably the one that people are like, that's not a slaying card. Yes, it is. And if you don't understand, you haven't seen me play Queen Unicorn enough. Queen Unicorn has the largest splash radius in the game of Frag. That combined with an ultimate ability that makes you stand still almost guarantees a hit and kill combo whenever you hit these abilities. It's just something interesting to note with those characters. Now, the only exception to this pattern of lower skill, high damage is Duality. Duality's damage is insane. There is a thing called Duality damage. It's a real thing. And like I said, this card is really unmatched if you're good with her. If you know how to play Duality well, you will not struggle against any card in the game of Frag Pro Shooter. It's just that straightforward. I mean, dude, I can walk up to a tower in double time and like 3-shot it. That's not an exaggeration. But how do you know? Let's move into the next phase here. But how do you know what is the best slaying card for you? How do you test it? How do you figure this out? I'm going to explain that to you here. Let me get into the next match here. You guys know how we do this. A little bit of a transition here momentarily. And we're going to explain how you know what slaying cards are best for you. All right? Now, the slaying card that is best for you. So the first thing you want to look at whenever you're looking for a slaying card that fits you is your playstyle. Are you aggressive? Are you passive? Do you need more range, or do you like being up close and personal? These are all questions that you need to consider. Now, the next question you need to consider is, what is the survivability and 1v1 potential of this card? There are a lot of cards that have one or the other. For example, I use this very loosely, by the way, for all my Frag players. Dan has survivability, but doesn't do enough damage. So honestly, not a great Slayer pick. Now you look at a card like Andromeda. Andromeda has a lot of damage, okay health, but she's able to survive whatever fights she wants. So what I'm looking at whenever you're looking at your play style, are you aggressive? Okay, if you're aggressive, you're going to probably want an attack card because they're going to be in the best position for you on a regular basis. Do you like to sit back? Well, then you're probably going to want a center or a defensive card so that you can slay with that card in particular. And if you're just kind of in the middle, there's a lot of middle range splash characters that fit this role of Slayer. Now, what is the next thing that you need to consider whenever you're picking your card is team composition. Now, team composition in this game is very one-sided right now. It is a 1-4 or a 2-3. There is no other options. If you want to build a good team, you need defense and offense. But if you're looking for a character that you can go to the other side of the field with and take out the whole enemy team so that your AI get free towers, that's a good fit. Now, you also have to have a basic understanding of how the game mechanics work, such as what cards are good, what cards are not good, and so on and so forth. You need to know what cards are basically going to win those fights for you more consistently. And by doing this, you will find that the best Slayer cards for you in any given situation, well, in this particular version, can change depending on the map, but they ultimately all fit into the niche that you have created with your playstyle. That is my tips and tricks for your top 5 Slayer cards, or my 5 favorite Slayer cards, and how to know what cards you should pick. Let me know your suggestions for a future video in the comments down below. Thank you everybody for coming. Enjoy the rest of this match and some music, and I will see you legends next time. Bye-bye.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me.